Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do today is we're going to go over everything that's going to be due, and I will post my office hours by tomorrow late afternoon for next week. And if you need an evening one, you don't need to see me because you work in the day, then you can schedule with me because I'm not going to post any late. So if you do work though, I will, either do a Zoom or schedule with you if you need to see me. But we're doing video presentations. So in this class, I think I wrote on this announcement, let me make sure that's where it is. Final due date for all assignments, you're right. I mean, Lania does say the 15th, will be Wednesday, May 15th at 11:59 p.m. I have extended all assignment dates from week 6 on to this date. So if there were quizzes that you didn't get submitted, they should be available. And even if it says late, this semester, because I'm learning Canvas, I didn't take any points late off. I'd put those due dates so that you would know where we were at and wouldn't get so far behind. But now from week 6 on, I've extended them to that May 15th date. And if there's some prior to that, this semester I'm going with that, but I will, let you, I don't want you emailing me things because they don't get in the grade book right. It's too hard to keep up with. So if you have not submitted something that like some extra credit stuff, probably what I'll do, if there's some expert sessions that you want to do and submit for extra credit, I will set up in fact, I'll do that right now, an assignment box that just says extra credit, and it won't be worth any percentages. So it's not like a regular assignment. Oh, I don't know why that's down there. Oh, I forgot to put that in there. So, well, I'll go back and do it. But if it's not there and you want to put an extra credit expert session other than in the quizzes where it's available, let me know and I will set up a box to put those are worth 5 points if you do any of the extra expert sessions. So what you'll be able to see is that these assignments are worth percentages. So like the landing page optimization, the web design audit, and that website build is supposed to be in there. Where's that at? I had trouble finding that the other day. Let's see. I think it's in discussions. I'm still having such a struggle learning where everything is in Canvas. Okay. Web design audit. Oh, that's the final project discussion. That should be added under.
Were you going to create a submission box for the WordPress?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. I don't know where that's at. I thought I had it, and now I don't see it. But yes, I am. I will do that right away. But let me get that straightened out here.
It says here that it won't let me submit anything in Chapter 8.
In Chapter 8 quiz.
Oh wait, never mind. Here it is.
Okay.
Wait, submission. I don't think it'll let me submit anything.
Chapter 8. Oh, that was probably before week 6. Is that before week 6?
Yes.
That's why I only extended those others, so I'll have to go and extend that one. I don't know why this isn't showing up in our assignment group because it says it's there. See, publish. Okay, so let me go here, and then I got to find that website. I think that website build is in one of these pages, and I didn't make a box. There it is, but I got to make a box for it. Okay, let me finish this one. There it is. That's published now. Final project discussion is down in there, so that's part of the home page, and so there's the options. This is where you'll create the the presentation, or it's actually the, you know, the details about what each, how many points each portion is worth. And so that, what you will do when you do your presentation is you will tell me the website, which you'll address each one of these bulleted points. Well, they're not bulleted, but these number points, okay? So in your video presentation, you'll tell me what design you used, because remember we talked about that in the beginning, whether it's a conversion-centered design. What was the other one? There's about 3 or 4 in chapter 1, I think it was, or 2. So you'll address what design it is. Tell me if it's a website that you created, if it's that WordPress site that we started, or if you redesigned another site. Just tell me about the site, whether it's WordPress or you used another design software. And then part 2 is the SEO audit. And so that was, I think, in chapters 4 and 5. It tells you how to do that. So it says perform both on-site and off-site optimization on the website, measure the website's progress on organic rankings. So you can either write this information up on a slide as you do the video presentation, or you can just tell it, you know, do the presentation and tell the information. Then the search engine marketing, run a Google AdWords advertising campaign. And it says with at least a $500 budget and over the course of at least 2 weeks, which you don't have 2 weeks to do it. But it should let you do that without actually a $500 budget. If it doesn't, then you can use what you did in Mimic Pro, the results of it, because I know you did a Google AdWords in there, I'm pretty sure. But if you have any problems with it, I'll go through it and look for sure. Then there's an email marketing one that you do here, design and implement an email campaign. If the company has no email list, apply list capture techniques to build the email list and begin sending out emails to this list. There again, if we don't have time to do that, I believe you did that in Mimic Pro. And so you can say that if you don't get that implemented to the site that you're designing there. Social media, create a social media campaign plan for your company and implement that plan. The campaign should span at least 2 social media platforms, and you should run the campaign for at least 2 weeks. Well, we can't. You'll be running it for a week and a half, right? Or a week, because it'll be next Tuesday. So you're actually, if you haven't started, you'll only be running it a week, not the 2 weeks. Facebook advertising, run a Facebook advertising campaign with a budget of at least $500. And so you'll just take a picture of that. You know, you can take screenshots of your site of where you're doing that, or your Facebook area. You will create a video presentation to be submitted to the discussion on the due date, and that's what's worth 60 points. You need to review or watch and comment on at least 2 peers, and that's worth 20 points. So that's why this is a total of 80 there on this whole thing. But then I have you actually post it to a discussion where everybody can see it. And that, go ahead.
The final project, it has to be a video. So if you're doing option number 1, does it have to be a video of that?
Yes. You don't do just well, let's see, what does it say? Which ones is it? Did it give you an option? No, you're supposed to do all of those to that site. The options were if you want to be a group or not.
Oh, I thought the option was like you chose one of the 8 things.
Is that how it's worded? Okay, let's see.
Because I was like, oh, well, then this is fine. I can just do this and be done with it. And now I'm like, oh, God.
If you just choose one of the following activities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're those guys that are in the Dreamweaver class, you still have to do more than just design the site, but you need to apply the principles, the digital marketing principles that you've learned in here to that design. Okay,
If you're not in the Dreamweaver class, then you won't have to do that?
Yes. You have to do the digital. The Dreamweaver class. What was confusing, Lenny, before you came in here, is the people that are in the Dreamweaver class. They had to design a whole website in there, and so I told them they could use that site, but they still need to complete the digital marketing principles that it tells you to do. Let me see where that is. Oh, let me read that again. Where's it at?
So if we just if we do number 1, we just turn it into you?
Just a second. Choose one of the, okay. No, you still do, you have to do a video presentation of telling me what you did. Like, for instance, if you do the website design, create a website or redesign an existing website using WordPress or other web design software, okay, when you do that, okay, you need to apply the principles that we learned at the beginning of the semester about that site, like, where's Stu Kent? Let me go back to it.
You can use a program and it screen shares and it saves it.
Yeah, you can use Zoom just like I am. So when you design your website in Word, if you're using WordPress, then you need to go through and say, hey, I chose this design as per Stu Kent. What was it called? Let me find the list of them. I know Conversion Centered was the one. Because remember, we did a whole activity in class where we picked websites and we told which design they were and whether they followed that design. And okay, so that's what I want you to do if you do the website. If you want to do one of the other options, you still are using a website. See, like the SEO audit, you have to find an existing website and perform the SEO audit. If you do this one, they are all concerning a website. Well, social media does. Yeah, it is. It's about a company, and Facebook advertising would be for a company. So what I want you to do as far as the video presentation goes is that you will tell me which of these you selected. You will show on the screen while you're talking about it. As if you would do it the same as if you were presenting to the class, okay? Does that make sense? If you need help with the Zoom, you can come to my office. Once you get your project done and you need help videoing it, I can help you with that. All right? Okay, so yeah, that is what it says. Thank you, Sarah. So you will select only one of those 6 that I said. And so you guys that are in Dreamweaver or web design class, if you have any questions, if you choose number 1, if you have any questions about the differences in your 2 video presentations for the classes, you can ask me after, okay? All right, so here it says you will also turn in a written report on that date. So I did have you do a written report, but the written report, really all that needs to be is what you've done, what you're doing on the presentation. It doesn't have to be like a paragraph or 2 is all, okay? I'm not a APA, whatever all those different formats you're supposed to do. All those different, I don't do all that stuff. So all I want to know is what you chose in writing, and you can put that in your discussion, this writing, or you can attach it here, either way. So so in the discussion, you will, when you get to the final project discussion here, what you will do is you will put your MP4 presentation so that other students can see it, and then you will post reviews to at least 2 of your classmates. So that's why I said these have to be done. What's the due date on posting this one? Okay, what is the due? Okay, the due date is May 14th at 11:59. So the discussion should say 11, I'm sorry, May 15 at noon, I think is what I did. But let me go back and see. Because you should have longer than the date. But hopefully some of you'll get it up there before that so that you can, those that are finished can go ahead and do their peer reviews. Okay, so the discussion, does it have the same due date? I think it does. And I will. What's that?
The for the final due date, I think it's on the announcements. It says Wednesday, May 15th. And that might be for everything.
Yeah, that's for everything, but that should also be the discussion because the discussion, yes. Oh, I actually.
May 16th that day.
Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, so I said May, so you actually have a whole day and a half after you put your final presentation in there to get the peer reviews and the any other assignments done. Would y'all rather have another day on this because that would give you, no, because then you only have half a day and some people work, so that's probably better that way. Okay, so let's make sure everybody that's in here, we got the dates right, because I know I kept changing things. So in the announcements, it tells you that the final due date for all assignments / projects will be Wednesday, May 15th, 11:59 p.m. I have extended all assignment dates from week 6 to this date. If you need to submit past assignments, I will extend to this date, to the May 15th date. So your final, though, says May 14th. So if you don't get it in, which I have an available date on it to May 15th, I believe, it's just that you won't have time to do the peer reviews, and that's 20 points. So the peer reviews, you have until noon, May 16th. And so those other assignments, like the quizzes and stuff, let's see what I've done with those. So you needed chapter quiz 8. Lainey, is that what you told me?
Yeah.
Okay, so chapter quiz 8 is to May 6th, and so I will make it available. I told y'all the 15th. Okay, so there we go. All right, anyone else need any of the quizzes that aren't open there? Let's see. Oh, and are there any other questions on the Mimic Pro? Because the Mimic Pro, okay, let me go over there to that because that's worth quite a bit of points. Let's see, where's it at? Percentage-wise. Mimic.
How is the Mimic Pro great?
Okay, the way it dumps.
I lost a lot of money.
Oh, you did? And it does, they have this grader in there. And last time when I did it on social media marketing, everybody made A's or B's on it, even those that were ranked at the bottom. So there was nothing lower than that. As long as you did all the rounds, let me take that back. If you did all the rounds, which is 6, you have to do 6 rounds here. And so you have to have all 6 rounds done by May 15th at midnight, okay? So those are part of the ones, so those aren't due by the time your presentation is, okay? So that will, and yeah, if you don't do real well on the on that part, but so what this box, which you can't even see probably, so I'll create, there will be a if you're done with all the rounds, I'll go out there and look. And when you're done with all the rounds, you can email me, but I will have to wait till that May 15th at midnight to actually calculate all the grades on Mimic Sim unless everybody gets through before that. So if you get through, you can go ahead and email me if it's before the May 15th. But even if you're not through on May 15th at midnight, that's when the cutoff So I'll calculate all those. So you won't see that, be able to see those grades till sometime the 16th. Okay. Because I won't, unless everybody were to get done. So that is, let me see how many, where we're at. Oh, and just to give you guys an idea of the job market here, there was a friend of my daughter's that just did like social media marketing at a church and stuff, and she, I don't know what her job was here, but she got offered by some big corporation in Las Vegas to become their social media marketer, and she doesn't even have a degree yet. And she's like getting, I don't know, I know it's, you know, like 60, 70,000, and she doesn't even have a degree. So, you know, there are a lot of jobs in social media, and what you're learning here, this, if you'll go in and subscribe to Stu Kent's YouTube, I just did today, they have a lot of things coming out that are not even part of the curriculum that will help you in that area if you're interested at all. I know a lot of you would rather have just straight graphic design. I said, if you're good at any of that, and it's a really wide open field. There's plenty of opportunities there. And Stu Kent has a new thing too. They have a apprenticeship with a company called Gen M, and they pretty much tell you that if you get in on the apprenticeship, they hire you full time. And so I don't know locations. Now, Stu Kent, the company, I don't know if y'all have noticed, it's in Idaho. So it's a long ways off. But a lot of this type of work should be able to be done remote, you know. So it depends on the company that you're going to work for, I'm sure. So those are areas that so many of you young people just naturally are, if you learn these principles, that you're good at designing and creating things. So if you learn some of the marketing principles, it will really, really help you. So in here, let's see, this one was, let me go to the BIMIC and make sure. So I'm going to find, that's the students there. Okay, these reports. Yeah, okay, so Brianna's in round 4, Brendan's 3, Christian's 3. Darren, you're already in round 4? Hmm. Okay, so Hannah's in 3. Yeah, Kyle, you just, I guess it means 20% complete on 2.
Huh. Oh, I'll have to go back and check that.
But Hannah, you just started 3, right? Because that says 0% complete. Lainey, you haven't started 2 yet. Oh, this is that girl that told me she was. Lisa, you finished 3, right? So yeah, because it says 100%, and 4 must be, then it must have finished you on 3.
I finished 3. I just did real bad.
Oh, it just did real bad.
And so I went to 4 to see if it showed me
During the second page, can you make sure that mine was on there? I thought I finished.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see yours, was there?
I think I just wanted to make sure it showed up.
Sure. How does it go to the second page? What is happening here?
I think it was,
Oh, here, I can do it this way. And it should show all of them there. There you are. 100% on 6. Oh, so you're done with all the rounds. Okay. No, you got it. You got it. Okay. So let me see what it says on Mimic Pro grading. See, there's a grading sheet and it dumps all y'all's stuff in there, but I can post whatever grade I want. So I can go here and I can view all the landing pages. And we looked at some of these last time, I think. Seems like we did. So where was the rankings? That's what I wanted to see. Ad campaign, email campaign. So this is where you said yours was 0 when you looked at that.
No, it was like at the end whenever it showed me like, because it shows you, I guess, like the class and how they do like the average, and then it showed like me, and I was at 0. And the class average was like 56 for profit, and I was like, oh.
Okay, where did I get this? Last time I got this somewhere. Let me see. Dashboard. Let me go back. That's not it. Where did I get? Oh, that's going to take me all the way out, isn't it? Oh, because I got where I could see some of the rankings last time. I can't remember where it was. Mimic courses. There it is. Students. Oh, you shouldn't have seen that. Oh, it just showed you the average, right? Okay. And I'm supposed to be able to see. Oh, there it is. Student rank. Okay. Brandon's still at the top on revenue, huh? Brendan, Sarah's third. Each one of these looks like Brendan and Brianna were competing. Sarah's there, Christian, Madison, you did okay on reach on round 3. So where is the other part, I wonder? Darren and Kyle at the bottom, huh? This must be the part, the revenue must be the part because you were talking about. Okay, let's go to, let's see what these say. Add impressions, add clicks, add conversion, add profits. That's where you're saying that it said you got 0. See, it's saying you got 134.49, but I don't know which round that is. See, that's probably all the rounds together. That's what that is. So that's all 3 rounds. Darren and Kyle and Christian have 0 on ad profits. But like Lainey, you've only done 2 rounds, right?
Yeah, I haven't had time to do that.
But I'm just saying you're still ranked 5 with 2 rounds in profits. So I can see how it's grading to. Okay, that was ads. Here's email thing. Have y'all done an email thing too? So that one, yeah, profits weren't very high on that one. Oh, this gives me the rounds. Here, I wasn't seeing how to see them. Here's round 3. Now, that was round 1. Here's round 3. Okay, and so that's on the overall, but let's see on the ads. That's where you said you think you got 0, right, Madison? Well, no, it's showing ad profits 5,676. Here's the ranks. Sarah, Madison, Darren. Okay.
Should I just leave it as it is then?
Yeah, it looks like you're all right.
Okay.
Let me see what the email says. Oh, over here, return on investment.
I think emails are all
no emails. That's why that round wasn't. What about? And there must have not been any web and SEO either on that round. Okay, so let me go back to round 2. That's the one that I didn't look at. And actually, let me see if I can download and see what grades the way it is. Download the grader. Oh, I did already load that down. Okay. So let me look at it and see how that works. I went through this of how, because it's a little different than the grader on social media marketing. Pro coins. Oh, I see. I think I have to add each one in. I think this one is a bit different. Oh, yeah, I remember I went through all this, but there's actually not 8 rounds. I'm only doing 6 rounds. And I put your name in there, then the total revenue profit conversion, and it calculates your score out of 25 points, total percentage. So it puts the rank. I got to look at exactly how to do this. I did it. Excuse me. I did look at it, and then I didn't use it right then. So now I got to go back and read it again of how I dump it in here. Because I dump your information at the end of 6 rounds, and I change this here. And like I can change how many points. Let's see. Zoom this up some. I see it. So see, this is a single round. So this is saying 25 points for a single round, or I can change it to a cumulative. And then it goes by points rewarded. Like if I have them all 20% for revenue, profits, conversions, reach, and profit rank, then it comes out with how much money you needed, and here how many conversions to be excellent, which is 5 points. You see what it's saying? So if you have this on revenue, that's good. So you get 4.75. That's if I leave it all at 20%. So on each round, something may be more important than another. Like revenue may be important on the round where the website that's conversion centered, but then there may be something else where reach isn't more important. Okay, so that's how that grades it.
I'm checking mine on student now, and it updated now, it's fine. But yesterday when I see my results, it still had 0 on everything.
So, and that's what Sarah was saying. Hers was kind of flaky sometimes. So that may be what's happening.
Never mind.
Oh, good. So here's like a glossary too. I don't know if y'all have, I guess that's sales times retail price is the revenue. Revenue minus COGS is a profit. Total number of units sold is conversions. Website visits from ad clicks and email clicks is the total amount of reach. Rank of a student compared to the class is your rank. So that gives you different points too. But you see, none of it goes down to 0 on your points. That's why I was saying everybody, if you complete them, are going to get that. So if you complete all of it, you should get the range of points that puts you in the higher percentage. So then I export grades. Yeah, I got to go back and look at that. I'll have to watch this tutorial video. Make sure I do it all right. But if when I get close to doing that, like when everybody's pretty close, maybe 5 rounds or so, I'll try to go through the grading and send you all something explaining where it's coming from. So what's this one say? Oh yeah, I can get a whole preview for her current round 4. The current round 4. You all, I think, can see this. You can see where other students are ranked. You just can't see their names, is what I believe, that I set it up that way. So like profits, that's pretty cool. Then I return on investment, visits to the page. Okay, so does anybody have any questions about anything that you have to finish or what? Yes, sir.
I just had a question about, I know we have the final project and we're going to do the discussion as part of our grade. We're also taking the final exam.
No.
No, so just the project?
Yes, I'm taking that final exam off. So
does that make this the last class we're meeting for?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's why we're going to do the video presentation so we don't have to meet during finals week.
Oh,
Is that all right?
yeah.
Okay, so and so Lainey, if you have problems with that video presentation, just come to my office and we'll get it recorded, because the purpose is, since we're not meeting together and we can't do any kind of review of each other's final project, then I'm just posting it in a discussion with reviews, and that way our schedules, we can do it when it works best. And like Lainey said, this should be the very last class you have, I think. So if you get it done ahead of time, that's great. The more of you that can put your video presentation out there earlier, then it gives people that are finished a chance to review at least 2 of them. So yeah, what I went ahead and did too is that I did have, like, since I put that discussion in, you'll see the 25% of the total is that final, which was supposed to be the final exam, but it'll be that final, let's see, up here it says 15%. So I've got to fix that. Those percentages are wrong. So the midterm was 15%, but the final will be 15, probably 15 and 25, 15 and 25. So it'll probably be 40% for the final. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is upping this to 20%, your mimic, because that's been a lot of work, and put this down to 40 or to 35, wherever it's at, right there. We'll be close around in there. So any expert sessions that you want to do, if you don't have a place, actually, if you don't have a assignment Dropbox to put them in, you can put them in one of the quizzes that's open. What I have a problem with on those expert quizzes, though, I need to be sure if you're not taking a picture of the actual test and you're just typing it in a Word document, be sure that you type at the top which expert session that you're doing, because I have to grade those, and I sometimes have to go through, if there's 4 or 5 on a chapter. I had somebody did all like 3 with 1 through 10, A, B, whatever, but it didn't tell which ones they were, and I was guessing. So be sure if you do expert sessions that you let me know which one you're doing. Okay? Anything else? No? No? All right. Any other questions? If not, you guys are free to go. Have fun. Only a week left. A week and a half, I guess. Sure. Okay, let me turn this Zoom off here. Stop share.